friends, foes, other watchers on the internet. My name is Matt, you're watching Hogwa5h Gaming, and today we're going to be taking a look at a product that I was sent in the mail by a company. And they just said, hey, you want to check out this product? And I said, sure, I don't have anything to do with this product. And they were like, well, it doesn't matter to us if you just want to make a video. And so I thought of you guys, the audience, and I was like, man, is Matt going to sell out and get this really, really cool product that he's always been interested in? And the answer was yes. I am going to sell out, but I came up with a way to make it be associated with gaming. It's been a while since I've made a video on treasure hunts, and treasure hunt videos have gone up in popularity. At least on my channel, it was pretty high up there for quite a while, and so I was thinking, well, that's a pretty old video, I should probably redo it, and this product could be associated with that kind of video. So we're going to do an unboxing, and then we're going to do a review to see if this is a good product or not. Because, you know, there are a lot of products like this. This is more on the consumer end of expense when it comes to this kind of product. So I want to just check it out, and maybe you'd be interested in using it in a treasure hunt or some other game that you can come up with. Let's dig in. Alright, so I think this comes with a whole kit, which is pretty cool, but we're going to open it up real quick, and we're going to see what we have here. Alright. Metal detector. That's all that's in that box. Okay, cool. So we have this. It's the KAIWEETS metal detector, and it's model KGM01. And this is just the thing saying yes, I bought it, or something like that. Yeah, there's nothing else in there. Let's take a look here. We got tape. And I don't think I brought any scissors down here. Yeah, there we go. That works. Alright, what do we got? We open it up, and yes, it does have a full kit in here. We've got the instructions, that's cool. And then we've got, I think this is the arm of the unit. So some assembly acquired, apparently. Alright, we have the headphones that you listen to. Interesting. Cool. Take a look at these. I wonder if these are just regular headphones that you can plug into anything. That might be worth the price of admission right there. Yeah, well, we'll take a look at those and see how they work a little later. We've got a 9-volt and a 9-volt. Kind of loosely thrown in the box. But they don't seem to be swollen or anything, so let's hold those to the side. We've got a bag. I'm thinking this is to carry the unit in, which would be cool. It'd be nice to have something to transport your metal detector in, so this is cool. It might have like an extra thing here, maybe to carry like more batteries or something else. Maybe this is where you tuck all the things that you find. I don't know. Let's keep going. Alright, this looks like the part that you kind of hold like so, to kind of take care of things. This is adjustable. Push in. Yeah, it was already pushed in, so yeah, that's an interesting setup there. Cool. Alright, so part of my review is going to be how intuitive is this for people who don't know anything about electronics, because I do not. But yeah, I'm definitely interested so far. Let me see here. Okay, this looks like the actual thing that reads things. That's where we put our 9 volts. Cool. And then this is the protective bubble thing. What is this? Has a compass on it, and it's a shovel. Interesting. Okay. So this feels like one of those basic survival shovels. Has the pickaxe back, in case you want to get your Deep Rock Galactic on. And this screws in here. It's not terribly heavy. I would say probably aluminum handle. Maybe steel on the top here. Let's hope it's steel. And yeah, it's basic assembly there, and little compass there. A little overkill in my opinion, but sure, it's a fun survival toy. It just breaks down, and it goes into your pack like so. Is this a two-part head? Does the pick fold down separately? It does. Okay, that makes more sense. And it has a little belt loop there, so then if you have a belt, you could just put that on there. You know, it's pretty decent. I mean, it's not like Kevlar or anything like that, but you know, if you just want something to be organized, you can do that. Throw that in that big pouch pocket there. Alright, and underneath here is the detection unit thing. Alright. It's got a little thing here, and I'm assuming that goes up the wire, up the arm, and plugs into there. Cool. So that's all that's in this box. Yeah, nice little kit as far as like first impressions go. Let me put these boxes to the side, and we'll take a look at what else we can do with this. Yeah, everything seemed to be packed pretty well. I would have appreciated if these were like taped to the box or the inside of the box so they weren't rattling around, potentially damaging things. But yeah, I don't think this is damaged, so I think we're in good shape here. Alright, let me look at the instructions here. And they have little barcodes and whatnot. That's operation. We want assembly. Figure out how easy this is to assemble. Alright, so first things first, we want to take this part and this part. Which way's up? I'm guessing this way's up. Doesn't show me on the figure which way's up. That can slide out apparently if you pull it too far. Has a little locking mechanism. Feels pretty sturdy. Alright, so that comes out too. We're going to keep it pretty far back here though, so then we can handle it without it being that big of an issue. Alright, so let's take this and we're going to loosen this. Alright, one thing I'm noticing right here is this is plastic. That is plastic nut and bolt, which probably means that it can do its job, but you don't want to be roughhousing with this because I'm assuming this can snap. I'll tighten that down. I don't want to go too tight because I don't want those plastic threads to rip off. But yeah, kind of nervous about that plastic, but we'll see what we can do. All right, next up, we want to attach the computer part to the handle part, I'm guessing. Alright, so here we have another one of these bolts, but it's metal, which is better. And I'm guessing this, and it slides in there, lines up with that bolt, and then we can be in business. Hopefully I'm holding this in a way that you can see. family just got back from grocery shopping, so there's a little bit of footsteps upstairs. I might have to go help them. But first I want to see if I can see if I spin this way. Maybe it'll allow me to lower this in such an angle that it will just slide and clip. But right now it's being a little frustrating. There we go. Yep. Slide, clip, and then tighten. Is this tightening? Tighten. I think this is tightening it. Yep. Okay. And then it tells me to put the batteries in. Perfect. Alright. See, it's got these little quick release ribbons, so when your batteries are dead, you don't have to get a screwdriver and yank them out. You can just pull this ribbon and it pops them out. Alright, super tight fit on those. That's okay. We've got the ribbons, so they'll be easy to yank out when I need to. Alright, let's put the door back on. Cool. And then we'll turn on the power once we get everything set up. Alright, you can strengthen this, or you can lengthen or shorten that as required by my arm. Not super worried about it right now. And then I'm guessing we just kind of okay, so here it is. Okay, so you see this? This would be the indicator in which I am putting it upside down or right side up, because here is the shape and the wide ends on the bottom. So I've got to do this over, and maybe it'll change how it goes in here. I don't know. All right, there we go. And now this should slide right in, and then we will pull that to lock it up. All right, nice. And it's adjustable, so if you're taller than me, you can shorten it, or you can lengthen it, and if you're shorter than me, you can shorten it. Not a very heavy feeling piece of equipment. It's a little bigger down here than I thought it would be, but yeah, but that's alright. So it says to wind it around here. I don't know what it means by elastic moderate. I do not know what that means. But it has a little chip here, and that will fit into that, and this screws on to secure it. And yeah, that's about as nifty as I can make that look. It's not terrific, but yeah, so let's take a look at what we've got. Alright, so I've got the headphones plugged in, so it's not going to be beeping all the time. What I did is I figured out how to set the modes and what the modes each do. The instruction manual is rather simplistic, and honestly it doesn't come across as someone who knows English as a first language. That's okay, it was decipherable, but it took a while. Alright, so the first thing that we want to do is hit the mode button, and let's go up to AM. And AM is all metals. You scan around with it and you will find all kinds of metals. We're going to test which metals that includes, but up here we've got iron, nickel, aluminum, zinc, and then 2 silvers. I'm not sure what the basic differentiation between the... See, it's going off because my table has steel in it, and so it's saying, hey, there's steel here. But yeah, we're going to go through and see what this can pick up and what this can't. I don't see a setting for gold on this thing, and that's kind of sad because it has gold right here. I don't know if there's like some sort of like range, like maybe this is the range in which it's looking for things. Hello, cat. And yeah, so we're gonna figure that out. We'll see if nickel and aluminum are kind of in that gold era. I'm not sure. Alright, so the next one up is disk mode. And what disk mode means is you can take certain metals off of the list that you don't want. So let's go and hit that. And now that takes away, we took away iron first and then nickel. And we take this and we press it a few times and it takes out zinc and then aluminum. So it's just basically like saying, hey, we don't want this kind of metal, we don't want this kind of metal, and then by pressing minus we get them all back. Alright, so that's discovery mode. Interesting. Next up is notch mode, and notches means that you have, it's kind of the same thing. You kind of go through and whichever one is selected, that's the one that won't be scanned. So you can kind of go in and fine tune, opposed to disk mode, which was more or less just these are the presets. This allows you to pick and choose which ones you don't want to have picked up. So let's say we want all of them. We kind of go here and wait for that to blink, and then boom, it goes back to all metals. And we can just kick around and find which ones we want. Next up is memory mode. And memory mode, I honestly don't understand how it works. Basically, I think what it does is you scan a target metal, and that's the one that the detector will look for. So if I'm just looking for iron, I would scan something like a nail, and then the memory would be like, oh, we're just looking for iron right now. And so it would just stick with that. Then coins, I'm pretty sure it speaks for itself. It's just all the metals that you would expect inside coins, rare and common. So yeah, that's pretty straightforward in comparison to all of those things. Now, we'll take this outside and do some stuff because it says in the manual, and I've witnessed it, and you've been witnessing it throughout this demonstration, that this metal detector really struggles when it's inside, surrounded by things like nails in the walls and nails in the floor and bars in the table and electronics going off all around it. It's really confused by that. So inside, this is not your kind of tool to find anything on the inside of a house. So yeah, let's turn this off and let's figure out what we can find outside. Alright folks, so here we are outside. I've got my metal detector out. We're going to turn it on in a bit, but I just want to show you the setup here. We've got iron, which is a screwdriver. We've got zinc, which is a brass shell casing. Brass is a mixture of copper and zinc, so brass is going to be the closest thing I can get to that. Then we've got nickel, which is modern coins. We've got a quarter and a nickel there. They are made of a lot of nickel. There's copper in there as well. And then we've got silver, which is a $50 from before 71. So it should have some silver in there already. So let's go over these real quick. I'm going to turn on the power. Boom. And we're going to go to, okay, right now it's in the mode set for coins. We don't want that, so we're gonna go there, and we're gonna go to AM all metals. All right, I'm gonna take these headphones off so you can actually hear when it's detecting something. And yeah, so the main thing we want to do, obviously there's something in my garden already, but yeah, so we are going to first go over the screwdriver. Alright, it is detecting, well, it was detecting, yep, It is detecting iron here. Okay, that's good. So now we're going to go down the list. Actually, I set this up incorrectly. Zinc is here, so we are going to go over the brass. And it's saying nickel, not zinc. It's saying nickel. It might be. Okay, now it's saying it's iron. So we'll come back to the brass, because brass is an alloy. It might be throwing some stuff off. Let's go with pure nickel now. And it's giving me zinc for that one. There might be some zinc in nickels and quarters. I'm not sure. I don't think so, but we'll find out. We'll be learning stuff. Let's check this out. Alright. That definitely says silver. So if you're looking for rarer coins with silver in it, yes, that does pull up silver. Now, I could say, well, this is defective because it didn't pick up any zinc in the brass, but there might just be more nickel in it than the zinc. And since we're in all metal mode, it might just be trying to target one of them. So let's go through and let's try to find things that aren't in those situations. So let's get rid of nickel. Alright, so we got rid of nickel. It's weird that nickels and quarters seem to have more zinc in them than actual brass. But let's go over the brass again now that we've eliminated, now that we've eliminated nickel from the situation. Let's see if we can find any zinc in that brass. Alright. It did find zinc. So we're good. Cool. Alright. Let's do the opposite with the coins now. Let's go and eliminate. Let's take the nickel, put it back in the situation, and let's take zinc out of the situation. There we go. So now it's taken that. We're in notch. We just selected the zinc, and now the zinc is off the table. So now we're only looking for these 5. So let's go over the nickel. Interesting. It lit up aluminum, which I find very interesting. Let me try it again. Alright, it was saying silver and aluminum. Weird. Alright, let's get rid of aluminum. I didn't think I would find any silver in these things. I'll have to check the dates on these quarters and nickels, because there shouldn't be any silver in here, and it shouted out some silver. Now, it might be because the silver is in close proximity to those coins, so we might be running into that kind of issue. And then we can kind of go into precision point and see if that has some different effects on here. But let's take a look. So we've gotten rid of aluminum and we've gotten rid of zinc. So let's see if nickel actually pings this time. Alright, that higher pitch is silver. And I'm not sure why it's getting silver off of these coins, because these coins shouldn't have silver in them. Now we're getting iron. There's no iron in these. Very interesting. Unless they've changed what these coins are made of, we should be getting nickel, and I'm not getting nickel. I'm not sure why. Let's go over the silver again. Interesting, interesting. So when we go over the silver, it lights up this one, which it says $1.50. So it would make sense a 50-cent piece would have that area. This does have a 25-cent piece, but from what I was studying, quarters don't have silver in them. Yeah, I know nothing about coins except that they were made of really expensive stuff, and now they're not. So I was curious to see, like, would this pick up things that are just common day coins? And it does. So that's interesting. All right. So iron we know works. Silver we know works. These alloys and pressed coins and stuff like that I know have like nickel in them and zinc in them, it's a little finicky with that. Let me go into the precision mode, and we're just going to go over stuff and see what happens. Okay. So apparently precision mode is more to find the metal, and then the other modes are how to identify the metals. Okay, I want to try something. The manual doesn't say that you can find gold with this thing. It does not say that. However, the piece itself has gold printed on it. Because they don't claim that it finds gold in the manual, I'm assuming that they're thinking, well, we didn't say that it can find gold, so we can't be held responsible for that. But if you put gold on the object itself on a meter kind of thing, I think you're kind of implying that you can find gold with this thing. Especially if you're advertising something with pictures and you see gold. Yeah, I don't think that's very honest if you're doing it on purpose. If you're not doing it on purpose, I understand. But before I get up on your case about that, KAIWEETS people, we are going to test it. I have a wedding ring. It's not pure gold. It's rose gold, so it's mixed with copper, which is something that this doesn't pick up. This doesn't pick up copper. So I'm gonna see if it will find my wedding ring. If it does, then good job. You put gold on there, you didn't have to, and it still does. But if it doesn't, I'm sorry, that's just something to watch out for if you're buying from this company. They might put something on the product that, well, let's just test it. All right, wedding ring. We're going to be putting the wedding ring on the nickel board. Should have gold in it. And just as a disclaimer, this is an alloy. It doesn't necessarily have 100% strength gold. So maybe if this doesn't pick this up, it's because it's an alloy and it actually can pick up gold. But this is the best I can test because I don't have real gold. Gold is expensive and rare, and so I don't have it. So let's go check it out. Okay. I apologize, KAIWEETS. That's pretty interesting. Sorry, kicked my tripod. That's pretty interesting. I think there's a resonance, like a local resonance of just a lot of iron here. There might be iron underneath my garden or something. But whatever this thing sets up here, this 40, 50, 60, 80, whatever, I don't know what that is. But gold is here on that. And when I was going over the wedding ring, it was telling me nickel, aluminum, nickel, aluminum, nickel, aluminum. right under the gold. So this thing can pick up gold. It can. I apologize, that was unexpected. I don't know why you didn't put that in the manual, because that would be really helpful. I'm not sure why you didn't put it as a setting here. Maybe because it's just so close to aluminum and nickel that it would be really hard to differentiate them, but yeah. Gold, it does pick up gold, and it's on the right part of the meter there. So yeah, cool. It does pick up gold. Maybe they didn't include it just so people aren't like, I was looking for gold and I just was finding like soda cans and stuff. So obviously you guys are hacks. Maybe that's why they didn't really say this can find gold. But it can. So one thing that we haven't tested yet is this depth meter here. I'm gonna go over these on the surface level, and then we can do some measurements there. Alright, all metals. Now we'll see what it does with the depth. Alright. From what I can tell, with the silver anyway, the depth meter was all over the place. So it was saying when I was right over it, it was like 6 inches deep. Not sure that's what they were going for. So let's keep going. Yeah, so once again, I'm right over it, and it's saying that it's 4 inches below the ground. So not too promising, but let's keep going. Same thing. Same thing. Yep. Man, I missed it. But yeah, so that was consistently at 4 inches away from the sensor. I don't think I ever got anything that was 2 inches. I'm gonna put this down on top of the silver, and because that seems to be the most responsive of all of these things. And you can hear it probably because it's the highest pitch on this thing, which is something I like actually. It actually has tones for how valuable something is, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna lay it right down on top of it and see if it says 2 inches. And if not, then the depth meter on this thing, I'm not gonna trust it. But we'll give it a shot. Yeah, this thing says it has a depth of 12 inches, being able to sense, and yeah, it's not even registering at all, and I'm maybe 7-8 inches above this thing, not buried, and it's not sensing anything. Go a little lower there. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. It has to be right on top of it. Yeah. I don't see how burying something makes it more detectable. I think just out of the pure air, it would be easier to detect. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to test it. So the day after I recorded that stuff in the garden, it started snowing, and for about a few weeks it was either raining, snowing, or I was at work. As soon as it was a good day that I could actually get outside, I grabbed the kid and went to the beach, the classic place for finding things in the sand. I ran my test with a quarter, and just so I didn't lose it, I used this piece of plastic I found lying around to help me find it after burying it. I dug a 4-inch hole and popped the quarter in there, and then I started scanning, and nothing. I tried the different modes, including the pinpoint scanning, and nothing.
I was about to write a bad review, then I noticed this sensitivity setting, and after boosting it to its highest setting, it was getting some readings from around 11 inches underground, though not consistently.
Okay, so it does read underground. You have to boost the sensitivity up, but it does read at least 6 inches. I even was picking some stuff at 11 inches. So we'll just sweep the beach a little bit and see if we can find anything I didn't bring here.
I spent a little more time on the beach looking for treasure, switching from all metal to pinpoint modes, and though I got a couple hits, they were just some pieces of soda-style cans. Better luck next time, I guess. And if you're into treasure hunt videos, stay tuned to the channel, and if you're interested in this product, there's a link in the description. And until next time, this is Hogwash, over and out. Catch you later.